What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on Draftkings for Tuesday, February 9th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. Finally, you guys know it. Let me know in the comments section who are your favorite plays on DK for tonight's slate. We're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Kelly Oubre, Dwayne Bacon, DeMar DeRozan, Damian Lillard, and Cole Anthony on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites, my top 5 plays on DraftKings for today? It's time to find out. First up, I'm going to Lonnie Walker. Shooting guard, small forward eligibility. You guys know how much I love that. Only 3,600, projected for 21.8 fantasy points. He's in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. We have no Derek White tonight. We have no LaMarcus Aldridge. Before Derek White came back, Lonnie Walker was playing 28 minutes a game. So I gave Lonnie Walker 28 minutes for today. That makes him a really nice play. 18% usage, 12 points, 3.5 boards, 2.1 assists, a steal-ish, close enough. Pace up spot, though, against Golden State. He's just too good of a value, and you can use him everywhere. Shooting guard, small forward, forward, utility. 5 different spots for Lonnie Walker at 3,600 at 28 minutes. He's not a proficient fantasy player. We're talking 0.78 fantasy points per minute for this game. But because of his price, because of his flexibility, he allows you to get to so many other things on DraftKings that Lonnie Walker has to be a top 5 play today. I know, everybody's going to freak out. Blake's washed, blah, blah, blah. Number 4, Blake Griffin. Power forward center eligibility. That's very important. Only $5,000, projected for 29 goals, 39 optimal lineup, 25% of the time. I'm giving him 29 minutes. It's a fantasy point per minute guy, 20% usage. All of this is very generic. 13 points, 6.5 boards, 4 assists, and a stock. But it's a terrible matchup. Well, it's a great matchup for Blake Griffin and the Pistons. It's a terrible defensive matchup. Brooklyn, not good defensively. No Kevin Durant. And it's a huge pace up spot. The Pistons gained 3.2 possessions over their averages. So even if Blake's cooked, I don't need him to be old Blake. I just need him to score like 39 fantasy points. I don't think it happens all that frequently, maybe 7% of the time. But because of his positional setup and his price, I think he's a pretty nice value in a pace up spot. So I'm willing to get some Blake Griffin. I assume a lot of you aren't. Join me on this ride, though. Number 3, I'm going to one of last night's heroes, DeJounte Murray. Point guard eligibility only, but 6,500, projected for 37, goals 45, optimal lineup 27% of the time. We're talking 32 minutes, 1.16 fantasy points per minute, 24% usage, 17 points, 7 boards, 5 assists, 2 stocks, which is huge in a monstrous pace up spot for San Antonio. They gained 2.9 possessions over their averages. Now, I don't expect DeJounte Murray to have 7 steals in a game like he did last night, but I wouldn't be mad if he did it again. That's how he pays off bigger price tags. 6,500 is not really a problem. You would hope to have a little bit more positional flexibility. Just doesn't really exist right now. That's fine by me. DeJounte Murray looks really good. No Derek White, no LaMarcus Aldridge, so I'm going right back to it. I hope he goes back-to-back with big ones. Get yourself DeJounte Murray. Dude's good. Next up is my main man, Jerami Grant, number 2 on the contenders list. Small forward, power forward eligibility, only 7K, projected for 40. The goal's 46.5, is in the optimal lineup 29% of the time. 35 minutes, a 1.15 fantasy point per minute guy, 26% usage, 23 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 stocks, and the same as Blake Griffin, a monstrous pace-up matchup, 3.2 additional possessions against a team with a not good defense that's also missing Kevin Durant and has a backcourt of Kyrie Irving and James Harden. Not exactly defensive stalwarts. The Pistons aren't very good. I'm very happy to agree there, but Jerami Grant is priced like he doesn't do the same thing that all of his stats says that he does. So I'm going right back to him. You get both forward spots, which is great. You get a 7K price tag, which is not all that hard. And his projection is only 6.5 points shy of the goal score. Anything can happen here, but the pace up spot, would you really be surprised if the final of this game was 140 to 120? I wouldn't. They can get absolutely handled, but there might be so many points to go around because there's no defense to speak of. You can't avoid him here. Jerami Grant is my number 2 play of the day. Now, before we get to number 1, one last reminder, like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell, follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who you like, and go check out my new show, The Process, 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. You can watch me do everything that goes into building this contenders video. I'm going through each team. I'm projecting their minutes. I'm changing their rates. I'm looking at rotations. I'm checking to see if any of my projections look out of whack. That is what I do every morning, and now I'm doing it live on stream, 6:30 a.m. So make yourself a coffee, make yourself an omelet, grab yourself a bagel, and come join me every single weekday. And finally, the no-brainer play of the day, Nikola Vucevic, center eligible, 8,900, projected for 53.1. The goal is 53.2, so 50-50 shot. He's going for north of 53 fantasy points. 32% of the time he's in the optimal lineup. Again, we've got no Evan Fournier, no Markelle Fultz, no Aaron Gordon. 35 minutes, 1.5 fantasy points per minute, 33% usage, 28 points, 12 boards, 4 assists, 2 stocks. Pace neutral matchup, but he's taken on Enes Kanter, a guy that just simply cannot guard him. Vooch can stretch it all the way to the three-point line. A pick and pop game is going to be really problematic for someone like Kanter. Getting to the hoop, not going to be a problem. I love this spot for Vooch. He's the best player of the day. He's the best play on FanDuel. He's the best play in DraftKings. He's the #1 contender on both sites. There's no one better today. You have to roster Nikola Vucevic. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, February 9th. I am on the strategy show with Laffy today, so be sure to tune into that. Go check out my process show, and then tune in again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders. Good luck tonight, everybody.